Are we in the end times? Most people today agree and believe that we are in the last days. What we think or believe doesn't matter compared to the words of Jesus. What did Jesus say? As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will these things happen, and what will be the sign of your coming, and of the end of the age?" And Jesus answered and said to them, "See to it that no one misleads you. For many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ.'" Well, has that happened? Meet Jesus of Siberia. They call him Vissarion, the teacher. This is a man in Siberia who has started his own village and claims to be Jesus Christ in the flesh. They even have holidays they celebrate, and they have strict rules on entering into this village.
Tonight, a worldwide
Or how about
investigation
Jesus
into
of
the
Australia?
evil and destructive ways of a self-proclaimed Messiah, a charismatic Australian whose devoted disciples believe he walked this earth 2,000 years ago.
Yet another man that claims to be Jesus Christ in the flesh, but this man has actually brought along friends that have the memories of being the disciples themselves. They even claim to have memories of the cross. But as crazy as that may sound, it doesn't end there.
Meet the real Jesus Christ, a man who speaks to God directly.
Yet another person claiming to be Jesus in the flesh. We cannot be surprised, though, because it was predicted in the Word that we can expect to see these things. But a thing to keep in mind is that it says many false Christs. False Christ also mean false anointed. So this goes so much deeper than just people claiming to be Jesus. But still yet, this is very bold, this is very upfront, and how could one deny this and say that this is not what Jesus predicted?
Ni mimi yule Yesu Kristo, ni mimi.
The Word then says, "You will be hearing of wars and of rumors of wars. See to it that you are not frightened, for those things must take place, but that is not yet the end."
On the beach, although our troops are brought under small arms and mortar fire.
"For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and in various places there will be famines and earthquakes. But all these things are merely the beginning of birth pains. Then they will deliver you to tribulation, and will kill you, and you will be hated by all nations because of my name."
Look at me on camera. That's assault number 2.
At that time, many will fall away, and will betray one another, and hate one another. Many false prophets will arise and will mislead many. Because lawlessness is increased, most people's love will grow cold. But the one who endures to the end, he will be saved. This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all the nations, and then the end will come. Well, are we in the last days? Is this the end times? I think I gave plenty of evidence to show that we are in the last days, that this is the end times, and we have been in this state for years. Even Jesus spoke about Antichrist and being in the last days. The disciples spoke about being in the last days. If they spoke about it being that time, then how much more is it the end times now, especially with the signs that we're seeing all around us? Now, whether you agree with me or not about being in the end times, you and I, we have a expiration date. We are going to die eventually. We are in our last days. So whether or not you agree about prophetic view of the end times, of the end of the world, of the last days, you and I, we are in our last days. We could die any moment from any accident, from some devious act of evil, from a sickness, some sort of medical issue could take me or you out at any age group. You and I are in our last days. So aside from the state of the world, how ought we live our lives? But only one way, a life that resembles Jesus Christ, a foundation of faith in Him, a life that we walk out and we live and we obey the commands of Jesus Christ. That's how we ought to live, because we are in the last days. Hold firm to the gospel. Get into the Word of God and learn who Jesus Christ is, the true Jesus Christ, not the Jesus Christ that you're seeing in the world, that the church has built up, that the media and the celebrities have built up. Get into the Word of God and learn who Jesus Christ is, because when He returns, He's looking for people that will recognize the true Jesus and not something everyone's made up.